Hey there, it's Anonymous Tea, where we spill the tea anonymously. Hello, 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 everyone. Hello, YouTubers. Hope you guys are all having an amazing day today, sending good vibes, sending positivity, sending blessings, and good energy to each and every single one of you. Thank you so much for tuning in. So today we are talking Love Island USA, you guys, because they have finally, I guess, concluded yesterday filming of the reunion for season 6. And I have a few of the looks here on your guys' screens. Janae, I love the softer lashes and the softer brow look. I think it is incredible. I thought her and Kenny looked amazing. Kenny was giving James Bond. Serena loved her look as well. Cordell, I'm still on the fence. I personally wouldn't have worn that, but nonetheless, apparently it's high fashion and it's from a line that's going to be coming out in 2025. Listen, I get it. And here's the thing, no shade or whatever, but nonetheless, not all high-end brands are giving what people think they're giving, right? But I understand what Cordell's doing. Cordell's going to rock anything. He's going to be himself. And for those reasons, that's why I do like him and I do enjoy him, because if nothing else, he is going to be authentic. He is not going to stick to anybody's script. He is going to be the moment, right? So nonetheless, for those reasons, didn't have an issue there, but he was giving a tribute to Michael Jackson to the Wiz. Like, let's just talk about what it was, right? As far as some of the other people that were there, it seemed as if you made it into the villa, you were there, but there was like a whole bunch of CASA people that flew out to NYC that thought they had a chance, and they were nowhere to be found. And also you'll see, it looks like the cast also received some gifts of some sort as well. You can see Kenny's holding Janae and his gift, and then Serena's holding her gift and everything else. And there was some tea that was spilled that we're going to get into. It seems as though, and we don't know how true this is, but it sounded from somebody who was on set or a producer, or if you will, made it seem as though there was issues with the reunion taping itself actually starting on time. And I was confused myself, because at this point it was going into the evening and the person said that they were supposed to start filming at 6 p.m. and it was going on midnight, right? And then around 12 or 1-ish in the morning, we start to see some of the Islanders out and about, right? But even with that, you still kind of see the separation. You see sort of the cliques. You see that the final couples all hang out, sans Nicole, because it seems like they've adopted Kendall. And it seems that whenever the group is out, it can only either be Kendall or Nicole. So that is very interesting, even though Nicole's still telling fans that her and Kendall are still together. I think that is for, legal reasons. I think we should be getting an announcement on Monday at this reunion that it is actually over. So I will be shocked if it's not, because they have not been in any capacity interacting with each other or seen together or any of the things, you guys. But nonetheless, I say all that to say that, like I said, the finalists, sans Nicole, have been hanging out. They went out to eat last night at Nobu. Also, it sounded like Kaylor, Olivia, and Hannah all ordered pizza and staved in. Some of the guys hung out. Like, it's all little pockets. Aaron and, Rob, they're, of course, inseparable. And even today, it was Olivia, Kaylor, Rob, Cordell, Janae, and Kenny that all went out to the Empire State Building, sponsored by Peacock, right? So nonetheless, you can see, and also Nicole, so you could see in another group where it was like, okay, we are going to go out, but there's not going to be Kendall, right? And I believe Serena and Leah are out shopping. To be honest with you, I think Leah is over Love Island, period, you guys. Like, her and Serena in particular do not want to watch the show back at all. And it took forever for Leah and Miguel to even come out to New York to even film this reunion. And it does not surprise me at all that outside of them hanging out, with PBG and their men, outside of that they do not want anything to do like with this bubble, with the Love Island bubble. Like her and Miguel seemed very against it. They tried to make it seem as though productions put them in separate hotel rooms in New York, but then Ariana Madix, the host, came out and said production didn't have any control over that it wasn't production. So I'm trying to get the tea on what that's about. Also, we got to talk about the fans in New York, you guys. So the night before, there was Janae, Olivia, Serena, and Leah were comp tickets, or not, no, not Leah, sorry, Leah wasn't there yet. Serena, Janae, Kaylor, and Olivia were comped tickets to Chicago to see Ariana Madix because she is there as Roxy. Now, we've seen other Bravo celebrities also book this gig as well for Chicago. So comped them free tickets, got to meet the cast after the show, and that was the first that we saw this mob of fans, right? We saw a little bit of mobbery with Aaron and Kane with Dominican Day, but it wasn't on the level that it's getting to, right? So a lot of people, it was pandemonium, you guys. Like it was like, you know, you were seeing an A-list celebrity, which how they were screaming for them and asking for pictures and everything else. And then it continued the next day, because what happened was early on, we saw a lot of the Islanders, their looks, their makeup, their hair, all of the things. And then ultimately, you guys, you know, after some time went through, we were trying to figure out when this reunion was going to tape. And then a couple of the Islanders linked where they were going to be filming the reunion at, you guys. So nonetheless, there is this, you know, crowd of people, there is this crowd of fans, you guys, that are outside these venues screaming and hollering for these Islanders, but in particular PPG and their men, right? And so it is pandemonium. Janae is so cute because I can tell that, like, she was not anticipating this. Heck, none of us were anticipating this, you guys. We have never seen Love Island USA be this big as it is, right? It's the most viewed season ever, obviously, and there's a lot of fanfare and there's a lot of things that Peacock is trying to do to capitalize. However, it just seems very unorganized and disjointed, and it seems that there seems to be certain people still that are getting the spotlight that shouldn't. What am I talking about? So, for all intents and purposes, Kaylor made it seem like she dumped Aaron. She had unfollowed him previously before the reunion. You know, is doing these TikToks with Olivia saying she's single, but then people in New York spotted her and Aaron out to dinner, right? And so then we get to the reunion taping yesterday, right? And prior to that, you know, Kaylor's still doing, you know, questions with fans saying it's over, she's done with Aaron for good. And then we look at her phone screen, somebody zooms in, because we're all FBI agents, we're all, you know, FBI, CIA. We zoom in, and we see a couple picture of Aaron and Kaylor, right? So how are you standing on business for the public, but in private you are still entertaining Aaron's shenanigans, right? And so what the on-set person, as I had mentioned earlier, was alluding to with the reunion taping starting late, was essentially, she had talked about how people change up when food comes after waiting forever, and all these different things. Different people were in different dressing rooms. I think Nicole apparently had her own dressing room, but she basically blamed the delays, you guys, allegedly, on Aaron and Kaylor. And after the reunion, Olivia has unfollowed Aaron, and apparently today Kaylor has unfollowed Aaron again, you guys. And here's my thing. I think there is jealousy amongst this cast, in particular Aaron and Kaylor and others, that they're upset that PPG and their men are the it factor, are the ones that are being discussed. Serena and Janae just signed to a major talent agency that I believe also represents Angela Bassett, right? So nonetheless, there is this jealousy that Aaron and Kaylor, they thought all of the things that they did on the show was going to be more than enough to secure them at least a spot in the finale. And they came out to all these people not seeing it for them, you guys. And they don't know what to do. So they keep trying to do these stunts. Are they or aren't they together? But people are sick of it. And then trying to briefly stand on business and pretend to be single for followers, people saw through it. And now you're unfollowing Aaron again, so one can presume maybe something else goes down at the reunion. But if we see you guys spotted still out in New York City, we are going to know it was all a stunt. But enough is enough already. If you want to be down bad for Aaron, just say that. But don't play in the face of the fans. Don't lie to the fans. You know, these fans have been watching you, right? They have been watching you and they have been following you all on social media, seeing what you guys are all up to, seeing what you guys all got going on and all of the things. So don't play in their face and be like, oh, I understand how you guys feel about Aaron. I seen some of the clips back of Casa. It looks really bad. I'm not going to put up with that. I'm not going to stand for that. But really, you are. Really, you are. So nonetheless, we'll continue to monitor that as well. But I just think people are exhausted. People are very exhausted. And if people think that, you know, people didn't see it for Kaylor and Aaron during the show and when they initially came out, if the tea is true that they held up the reunion and held up the taping and the filming and everything else with all their shenanigans, it just goes to show that they just do not care about anybody but themselves. And they are upset that they're not getting the fanfare and the opportunity some of these other Islanders are, and they feel the only way that they can get in the news is this constant drama about their relationship, and the people, you guys, are over it. They're over it. A couple of other nuggets. Daniela apparently did a 4-minute Instagram live of sorts, completely in tears, boo-hooing, crying, talking about unaliving themselves and how she has family who have unalived themselves, and talking about that it's night that you should be kind to the Islanders and that everybody has feelings, everybody has this and this and that. And so here's my thing, right? Because I'm always sympathetic to mental health, right? But here's my problem. Right? Where was the sympathy in the mental health as some of you guys were going in with the vitriol against Janae and Serena? I don't know why I keep calling her Jane. Janae and Serena, right? Where was that energy? When they were getting hate, when you guys are going into the comments on Janae and Serena's pages, asking about Leah, asking where Leah and Miguel is, and, you know, slandering these girls, coming after them, dragging their men. I don't know why we're dragging Cordell. Outside of his Casa antics, he's been pretty chill and pretty stand up, right? And people seem to have amnesia that you guys were dragging Serena for her actions, for friend zoning Cordell. But now all of that, you guys have amnesia. You don't remember that, right? Everything's all in the up and up now with Serena, right? But you guys were not day ones. And so then you guys tried the same stuff with Kenny, tried to find out if he was a scammer and all of these things, and try to spread these lies. And now that they keep beating the allegations, you guys have nothing else to do. So now you guys have gone back to sending the hate to all of these other Islanders. Because I believe Leah has unfollowed Sierra, but I think that more so has to do with the fans than anything else. I think, and this is the problem with bullying, and this is why I missed you guys when I was talking Love Island, and nobody was watching. Nobody was watching the show. Nobody was tuning in but the Islanders. Like, that was it. I just had my little friends of the Islanders that they either like or dislike my commentary behind the scenes, but nobody was watching, right? But because, you know, the show has come a long way, and because of, you know, the fanfare with Peacock, and really the honest thing, they hit it out the park with casting this year. They finally had an overall decent cast, and even the people you didn't like in the cast, they at least brought content, they at least brought drama. Several seasons, especially in the US season, have been super boring, and there have only been like a couple of Islanders you rooted for, but a lot of your faves never won the show. And a lot of your faves, some didn't even make it to the finale, right? And they ended up, rewarding people who were the most phony of them all, right? And so we finally have a group that seems pretty much authentic, although some people still are kind of lying about how they were and who they are, but they're trying to pretend that nothing on the show happened. But nonetheless, outside of that, they're pretty authentic. Everybody has taken, a liking to one or more of these Islanders, and that has been the recipe for success. And that is why we are seeing so much of these Islanders as a group. Usually after the show, Peacock or whoever will just promote the winning couple and have the winning couple do press, and they'll have a few of the finalist Islanders do a couple press like that first week out or whatever. But it has been ongoing. This cast has not clocked out since leaving Fiji, you guys. Since leaving the villa in Fiji, they have been working ever since. They've been filmed at Universal Studios. Everyone's been filmed in their hometowns, and the girlfriend proposals from Cordell and Kenny. We have the reunion filming, and like I said, they filmed today at the Empire State Building, a group of Islanders. So I'm sure there is going to be more excursions to come for as long as they're going to be in New York, because you guys keep forgetting tomorrow is going to be the panel. Tomorrow is going to be the panel with fans, a Q&A, and that is going to be with PPG and I believe Cordell and Rob. Right? So nonetheless, we've got more to come as it pertains to Love Island USA. And don't be surprised, you guys, if they, all of this other content that they're filming on the finalist couples, don't be surprised if it ends up being a separate episode, a special episode, right? But the episodes that they recommended, the 10 episodes out of the 30 plus they recommended for people to watch, all around Rob, Kaylor, and Aaron. And I just don't get these producers, because the fans have been telling you from day one, from jump, who they want to see, who they are rooting for. And for whatever reason, you guys continue to push Rob. You continue to push Kaylor and Aaron, and we're sick of it. If we did not approve Keenan's antics and KK's antics, we're not going to approve Kaylor and Aaron's. So stop it. But nonetheless, it's so disrespectful, not just to the finalists, but in particular the winners. And I don't know if by design Serena and Cordell like it that way so that there's less pressure and focus on them. But it's just very annoying, some of these people who aren't even finalists, you guys, that are getting way more attention and way more opportunities, big platforms, big podcast interviews, big appearances. I believe there's another podcast with Wes from Summer House. He's doing an interview with not just Cordell and Serena and Janae, but Rob is there. And I was like, Rob? Like it's just crazy. So it's like they're still trying to insert these non-finalists into the fold, into these press runs, into these Peacock sponsor events. And we just want to see PPG and their men. That's all we want to see, right? And we like Olivia. Olivia's cool. We're sick of the Kaylor and Aaron discourse, you guys. And we're tired of Kendall. Sometimes he seems like he's cool. Other times it's clear as day. He's just trying to clout chase and just trying to latch on to whoever the popular Islanders are. Prior to last night at Nobu, he was attached to the hip to Rob and Aaron before everybody else got there. I thought for certain he was the third wheel on Janae and Kenny's flight from Dallas to New York City, but thank goodness they were not. They were on a separate flight. They were on a much later flight, but yeah, we're going to continue to monitor. We're going to continue to monitor what is taking place in this New York trip and see what else comes of this, right? But you can definitely tell the people who are over it. You can definitely tell the people who are seeking clout. Catherine, her look for the reunion is very Janae inspired. She has on a red dress, which you guys know is Kenny's favorite color. She has on like the tatas out, like how Janae infamously wore during the season with some of her attire and all of that. And even has the big hair, the big flowy hair or whatever, kind of Janae style, how Janae would have her hair, you know, nice, long, full of curls. And I was like, is that Janae or is that Catherine? Like, it was just weird. And then I don't think Nicole got the memo for the dress code. She was dressed like she was going to Dancing with the Stars. Everyone was just all over the place. Nigel had on these struggle shoes and was ashy. And I get it. You did not get that much screen time, sir. And maybe you're there for support for Kenny. But I'm going to need you to act like you've been somewhere before. And Hakeem and Koi's outfits were a hot mess, you guys. A hot mess express. Now, the people who did kill it out of the non-finalists, Sierra for sure, as well as Deja. Or they killed it. They looked flawless head to toe. Getty Images exposed a lot of these people. Hannah, lay off the makeup. You don't have to put on 10 coats of makeup to feel beautiful, you guys. You don't. 1, 2 max, right? Foundation layers, right? 1 or 2 max, but not 10. Not 20, not 30, not 40. And Getty Image exposed it, right? They exposed that this was not the good look. This was not the look that you were hoping for, right? So nonetheless, that's all that I got thus far. Like I said, we will continue to keep you guys updated as these Islanders go. Those of you who are NYC, if you guys have any tea or any other tidbits, please hit me up. Another thing I wanted to speak about the mob of fans is Janae. She is so cute because, like I said, she didn't anticipate all of this, but she actively like looks for Kenny to like get her away from the madness because I think she's a little overwhelmed, very much overwhelmed. And a lot of the fans have been saying that too, that she's very overwhelmed by, because she wasn't expecting people to like her like this, because you guys keep forgetting that first vote, she was in the bottom. Right? She was in the bottom and at risk for going home. So nonetheless, she has no frame of reference, even though she was voted in the top after that. She has no frame of reference on how people really like her. And even now, she sees the love, but I still don't think she fully grasps the magnitude of it. And I'm going to need to know, Kenny, was your work laptop in that gray backpack you were carrying around all day yesterday? I just need the tea, Kenny. I need the tea because I'm a nerd too, and I like to work too, right? And I like to, you know, always make sure that, you know, we're getting the work done and all of the things. So please let me know, were you working from home? Were you working remotely while you were out here, you know, for Peacock? I just need the answers, right? But nonetheless, that is everything thus far. There is that. I, of course, will guys be updating you because I think a lot of you guys think this is going to be over after the reunion airs on the 19th, and I'm here to tell you that it's not. There is a lot of attention. Janae and Cordell were trending like crazy for the past day for both of their reunion looks in particular, because especially PBG, they got stylists, they got beautiful people who did their hair and makeup, and it just looked flawless. It looked incredible, especially Serena and Janae just killed it. They just knocked it out of the park. So I'm hoping more to come for that with these stylists and everything else. So there is that. Please let me know your guys' thoughts in the comments. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you're notified the moment I post new content on my channel. And with that being said, I'll talk to you guys again very soon.